heaven there is no beer.
In heaven there is no beer.
And then they took our water. Yes. Uncle Cyril's economy is cruel. Yo, there's no ways, guys. Yo, what's good? It's Thoks. Here we have talks about deep thoughts, where you can also talk, man. If you guys didn't know, I was on a podcast. It's called Boys Aloud. Today, we're gonna be reacting to that episode. If you haven't heard of Boys Aloud, go check them out. They're almost at 1K. Let's just get them there, guys. They're only like what, 25, 15 subs away. I think we can muster up at least 15 people from here to go subscribe. Episode 14: Fear of Failure, Success, Ricky Rick, Parents Molding Us. Without any further ado, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Comment down below what was your favorite part of the podcast, or did you even watch the podcast? See, you guys, sometimes I just think that you guys just don't rate me. You just don't like me. But anyways, yeah, man, let's get into it. Work hard every day because I know who I'm becoming.
Boys Aloud, take 7.
Type shit.
Yo, we back. Boys Aloud, back with another video. As you can see, we have like new faces today. And yeah, before we go into the video, like,
Look at this dumbass nigga.
don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if you're new here. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and we have other videos as well, so just go check those out.
Don't be afraid to tune in.
Yeah, don't be afraid to tune in.
Bangers every second Thursday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not all about us today. Yo, tongue twister. Nah, you guys do the honors.
Yeah,
you guys do the honors.
Yo, what's good? It's Talks. Here we have talks about deep thoughts, where you can also talk down in the comments below. I'm here with Boys Aloud. Yeah, man, let's cook, Should I bring the cornrows back?
Yeah. Yo, what's up? It's Pablito. Yeah, tap in.
Yes, sir. Tap in.
Yes, sir.
Tap into him.
He's actually a YouTuber there as well, bro.
Yeah.
So you guys must go check out Thoks on YouTube. He almost does the same thing, bro. Like, he almost do the same thing.
Yeah,
Right?
almost.
Yeah, he just does it solo though. Like, he be, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But yeah,
One man crew, one man army.
Yeah.
That's the only person I talk with.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the only person I talk with.
Yeah.
But isn't it more scary thinking that now when you do that alone, that your chances of failure are higher, but not even.
And the thing with failure, man, with me, I love to fail.
Yeah.
The reason why is because if I'm failing, that means that I know that there's something that's missing. Now I
Yeah.
can find that something.
Yeah.
It's like with books. If I fail at my exam, I got this question wrong. Okay, now I can be corrected. I know where my flaws are, where the knowledge gap is.
Failure is a beautiful thing if you have Thoks' mindset. If you don't, then you're gonna look at it as a thing of you're just bad or trash at the thing you're doing, and then you quit at everything. In terms of, like, for example, let's make it Boys Aloud. If someone was to tell me your chances of failing Boys Aloud are really high, I can have the mindset like Thoks and be like, okay, let me try and improve. But someone else can be like, damn, what's the point of even trying if I know I'm gonna fail?
No, I think it goes down to like what you like. I think everybody should have that mindset if they are passionate about what they do.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, if
This guy is massive in real life, I swear. You.
like, you cannot be like, I wanna be this person or I wanna accomplish my passion, but having this mindset of like, if you fail, you just leave. I think you have to like failing if you wanna go for what you want.
Right.
Everybody should have that.
Yeah,
mindset.
and I heard like a nice little quote. They said, "Winners are not afraid of failure."
Yeah.
You see,
You know, winners are-
they're not afraid to fail.
And I think it's
Yes.
because they don't have the fear. The fear aspect
I think it's
of
fear.
failure.
Fear just plays
Fear
a
plays
whole
more into
part of-
failure, because if you think about it, you wouldn't have fear if someone told you all your dreams you have will come true.
Yeah.
But the
But
fact that
you know what, I
not
also
knowing
think
that
I just also
scary.
have this, like, I always had this thought, like, I think the only reason why you feel like you fail is because, like, failing, or like when you're at a place and you're told that you failed, it's just an idea that humans have made up, that if you haven't done this, but you failed.
So school
and if you
makes
don't
sense.
look at it like that, you actually have it. Like, you know, they say
true,
failure is
true,
closer to success than you actually thought. Like, you actually,
I don't lie, Willie's cooking, If I decided to like look at everything you just said on like a deep philosophical level, it would be crazy. That would just like root back to exactly where do all of our concepts come from, where do our thoughts come from as humans, things like that. But hey, I'm going way too deep. I'm looking way too deep, way too early, Pause.
thing. Like failure is just like another place that humans create, and like, boy, if you're not here, then you're here, and here you fail. Like if you're here, you fail. And if you don't look at it like that, then like, boy, you good. You feel me? It's not that. You
But the
don't.
thing is, like, most of the time you allow someone at high authority or someone above you to tell you like you failed. You know what I'm saying?
But you see,
With at the same time, it's like, how can I explain it? You put into a position where you have to respect someone that's. Let's talk about school.
You know what's crazy about that? With people being like the people in high authority telling you that you failed. What's crazy is the people that are where you want to be will never really sit down and belittle you and tell you, you fail, you're a failure. It's always the people that see the potential that you have as you're climbing up, knowing that you're going to reach the place that you want to reach, that are going to try and stop you. They're going to deter you, you know. But keep your head on your shoulders, keep your head high, and keep pushing, boy. Because, hey, when we walk in, they'll want to look away.
At school, you put in a position where you have to respect someone's opinion. You basically your teachers, right? So it's easy to allow your teacher to tell you failed and you're bad at this, and you're gonna lose because they're higher than you. And you
But
wouldn't accept
personally, I
it.
think also
I think in context matters.
Yeah.
In the word we're gonna use, like how we're gonna use the word fail in this conversation, because then in school, where like you're gonna like fail or pass, like you can only fail or pass at
That's-
school.
that's-
like
that's just the
it's
side
like
of the
that.
side, that's it.
I
Yeah,
have
thing
a
is
question
with-
actually.
Oh, go ahead.
So like we're speaking about failure and failing, right? But like for someone that's watching, how would you guys explain like the term fail or whatever? Because like when I look at it,
Yeah.
I generally would cut down the word failure into fail, and then use that as like, and then create that word to become an abbreviation of failing is basically like your first attempt at learning. We generalize failing and mean different things, or like we make it focus on one thing. Because for instance, I feel like people have this thing of failing only like exists in school, whereas you could fail in different things. Hence I went back to the thing of saying like it's first attempt at learning. Because for instance, like I do sound, right, and the first thing I was taught was to roll a cable, right, and I literally failed like the first time, and it's so easy to actually roll a cable.
You know, this guy over here, he was so calm throughout the whole thing. Like throughout, even off camera, he was just so calm. Like he didn't have any, you know, I don't know, he was just so calm. He looked tired at some point, you know.
Once you get it, but I failed, and then I didn't look at that as like, yo, I'm taking my L. I actually took it as like a lesson learned, and I didn't fail. I was just attempting something, and essentially like I failed.
And like
then
now
I
you
learned
got
from
it now.
Yeah, so that was the lesson.
Yeah.
The thing is with failure, now. So the proper definition for failure is the lack of reaching an expectation. So, but now the question is, who sets that expectation?
Yeah.
For me, in anything that I do, I'm the one that sets the expectation. I have the standard that I set for myself. Teachers cannot judge me whenever I fail because I've already judged myself.
Exactly. And now
You're telling me something that I already know.
And it sounds like nothing. It sounds like I'm D1. Actually, it sounds like I'm D1 glazing, right? But it's right. If you have this character, right, and you happen to fail a lot at something, for example, right, then of course you're gonna look at it the way he does. But my question is to you, Broski. Now, what is worse, in your opinion, now? Failing as your character, like you saying, you failed yourself, you let yourself down, or being a failure to your parents?
Letting myself down.
Letting yourself
Yeah,
down.
letting yourself down.
My parents could say, okay, I see this. Okay, this guy, you must do this. There was one time, I have this vivid memory. My mother, she saw my report. I was like very lazy at the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
She saw my report. She's like, oh, this is not you. There's no distinctions. I was like, at that time, I don't know. I felt angry. Not really angry at myself. Sure, there was that anger in myself, but it's like, why do I have to always follow that expectation?
Yeah.
You know, but then at some point I realized, but now, realize that these expectations, they are good in some way, because then they pave the way for you to see your potential. Yeah, this guy is so smart. That's exactly what I was about to say. And you need to see that potential really fast, because if you don't see it, you're gonna be chasing something that you don't know the reason why you're chasing it.
Yeah,
You see?
that makes sense.
I don't know, it kind of yapping, bro. I don't even. I think what I meant to say was, if you don't know what you want, someone will tell you what you want, or they'll make you do what they want. That's I think that's the point I was trying to allude to.
You see, so yeah, for me, it's honestly just I literally compare myself to myself yesterday. I was like, "Aye, you didn't do the things today. You lost."
I won't lie now. That kind of mindset, it's positive to like a certain extent. Because sometimes I feel like sometimes I beat myself up a little too much, you know. So I never really sit down and actually enjoy my youth or enjoy um the moment, the present moment. I'm never really conscious of what is happening around me or what I have to do. So
24
this whole thing of comparing myself to how I was yesterday, it's a very positive mindset if you do it correctly. How I went about it was not correct. You find your own way, you know.
hours were not it, boy.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
Nah, that's why.
this
Nah,
guy-
and I edge, bro, crazy because I agree with everything you're saying. Because like that's why it goes back, bro. Like failing is just an idea created, bro, to make you feel like you're at a certain place in your life, bro. It's not really like a. It's not like you can't like. It's not a real thing, you know. Because bro, you are where you are because of like the journey that you're taking. You understand? And we're all destined for something, and everyone believes that their destination is beautiful. So like the.
Right, yeah.
Well, you should believe,
Yeah.
you know, you should believe that your destination is beautiful, bro. And like the ups and downs are gonna come. So why be told that you failed and then like I failed, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's
I'm going to say it. This is my I'm in my platform now, so I'm allowed to say whatever. So with what he said now, when he said everyone's destined for something, everyone has a destination. I think that's true to like a certain extent. Now, the only reason why I say to a certain extent is because your destination or what you think your destiny is sometimes affected by your environment or the people around you. Because there's something that a guy that I looked in on, his name is Bob Proctor. Amazing man, very intelligent man. The main thing he's known for, the main concept that he really speaks about is a shift in the paradigm. A paradigm is basically your subconscious mind, the things that your body just does automatically, you know. So he has like a model. At the top it's the conscious mind, in the middle it's the subconscious mind or the paradigm. The paradigm means like a pattern or, you know, a repeated model of something, you know. And then there's the body. Now the main quote that Bob Proctor said is, everyone gets certain results. If I do not like my results, then I have to change me because they're my results. And you know, that quote, I strongly believe in that quote, you know, because yeah, you could blame whatever you want to blame. You could blame life. You could blame the fact that you don't have any freedom, the fact that, you know, you could blame everything in this world. But at the end of the day, how you look at it, how you react to the world is down to you. Those are the results that you create yourself, you know. But yeah, you know, that's I held off quite a bit in this podcast just because I didn't want it to become too long, you know. But yeah.
Like remember in episode 13 we spoke about when we were walking from Burger King and then we met the homeless person and we gave him money, right? And we spoke about if you're being homeless and being at the point where you have nothing in life and you don't know what tomorrow holds for you, it's basically the point of being failure. Do you agree with that point? Because I think I'm not trying to be
like you see what
because if you're homeless and you're like unfortunately struggling, you're not a failure, but we live in a world unfortunately where you need money to live, right? And now if you don't have the money to live, you're kind of neglected from society and no one's going to really be there to give you a helping hand. That's why people kind of view them as failures, even though they're not really that. But you can be a homeless person, you gotta cook.
Yeah, I'm thinking of something.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying. It's like,
You know what I really loved about this podcast was Omalemo's energy, bro. Omalemo was so cool, bro. Like throughout the whole thing, he was just a very supportive guy. He was, you know, he just made his energy made you feel comfortable in the situation. You know, he was just he wanted to hear everything that you thought, everything that you wanted to say. You know, it's you don't get guys like this often nowadays. You know, so I really appreciate him. Yeah, he's a humble guy. That's what I always liked about him because I've known him for like 2 years. He's always been a cool guy.
When you don't have
3 years actually. 3. I think 3 years. Yeah.
money, it's like you failed. When homeless people don't have
yeah.
money, but then it's like, okay, why is money now point of a source of social currency?
Social, yeah.
Exactly.
as
Because
money,
now it's
yeah.
like social currency.
Yeah.
Now, if the amount of money I have determines my value.
And then it
And
determines
so
if
it's
I
like-
failed or not. That's
Exactly.
what,
Like for me, like I want you
and you
ask
see,
us.
and like before you go there, like that's what goes back to say, you see, failure is an idea that humans have created. Because like you are already saying we are putting money there. Money is created by humans, and humans feel like they need money for this and that. It's just an idea created of a place of failure.
Yeah.
But like because you don't have money doesn't mean you failed.
But
You
the
feel
thing
me?
is,
Yeah.
the thing
It
is,
doesn't-
like failure is more about you than anyone else. Bro.
Right.
Like,
Oh.
you shouldn't even
Exactly,
be thinking of the
100%.
society. Like you asked, like, do we agree? Answer that question. If you were in
A
that guy's
homeless
situation,
Yeah.
would you
Do you
consider
think you
yourself
failed?
as a
Yeah.
See, I think in this term, the reason why I'd say making money is not success or fulfillment, but I think it's something that's needed. It's a tool that for success, because I would rather focus on my passion, knowing that I do not have to worry about when my next meal is gonna be.
You failed.
Like from where you are right now,
Yeah.
like who you are right now, where you are, where you stay with your parents, you have all
Yeah.
of that,
And the next
and
day
then
wake
all of
up
a
and
sudden
have
you're there,
nothing.
you are where that guy is.
But do you not think like
You think?
my bad, do you not think that the scenario you gave
Yeah.
would be like more of a choice thing? Because like
The thing
that
is,
homeless guy put himself there technically. It was a choice thing.
Some of them.
listen,
If you look at it,
listen.
like,
If
yeah.
you put it in this perspective, right, is that at the end of the day, we don't know anyone. We spoke about in episode
Yeah.
13 that you don't know me.
Yeah, you don't know me.
Yeah, you don't know. Even if you see me,
You don't know me.
you don't know me.
Don't know
Exactly.
me.
You know, and I'm asking you is that like, now, if you're gonna ask us whether we agree, it's all about you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My answer doesn't matter to yours, bro.
Exactly.
It's just me. If I'm like where I am right now and I want to be in his situation, to me I'll be like, okay, it's kind of like a failure because why am I here now?
Exactly. That's
You
what I'm
understand?
saying.
But like for him,
Yeah.
if he just got 1 rand the previous day and he managed to get 10 rand, that's like
No,
a
I
big
see what you're
step.
saying, I see
That's
what
like
you're
a
Yeah.
big step. So that's why this failure around this whole societal thing and this idea, bro. It's
And also the
doesn't
idea
make
of bringing
sense.
money in it and all these other things.
Yeah.
Like, all these things
Like-
that don't even last forever, honestly. You can't determine
Yeah.
where I'm at in life in terms of failure and success by like those little things.
And in
that-
terms of that, like hopeless situation, say Omolemo got put in that situation.
Yeah.
Now it's like, in my perspective, how I would think about it is, okay, I'm here. Now what?
Yeah. Now,
Instead of blaming everything, like, okay, this person, you're not gonna give me money.
Yeah.
You're a bad person. This, that, and the third.
Yeah.
The world is cruel.
I think the one thing that I missed when I said this, when I mentioned this point was, I think we should all be conscious of the moment. Be conscious of anything that happens, everything that's wrong in your life. Whenever you don't feel positive, whenever you don't feel good, be conscious of that. Know where you are. Try to understand yourself within this moment. Where do your thoughts go? How do you think about this? What are your thought patterns? Things like that, because that creates growth, because now you get to discover parts of yourself. But yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's one thing you need to understand.
Me, I'm gonna be honest.
You need to
If I was in that
understand,
position, even though I'd be like, nah, I'm a Christian, I'd be like, why, God, why am I here? If I'm being honest. And it happens a lot when you find yourself in a situation where you don't want to be like, why, God, why am I here? So, to answer your question, bro, I kind of disagree with you because, dude, we live in a world where you need money. You need money to eat. You need money to eat.
But
And
that
now
doesn't
when-
mean fail.
It doesn't mean
Get
you
there.
failed. That's true. It doesn't mean you failed. You still can be alright. But then that means to others, even though, yes, to others, not to yourself, you're deemed as a failure.
Yeah.
You're
I think-
deemed as a
I
failure.
think
yeah.
it's better that we use money as a tool for living instead of as our personality, as our characteristics. Because it's the same reason why a lot of these rappers and all of these guys that grow before they build that relationship with themselves, that blow up, they get attached to that lifestyle. with having money and all that stuff. And God rest his soul, even Ricky Rick. The main point is he committed suicide because
It was around that
exactly
whole thing,
it was around that whole thing. And at that time, he wasn't getting any gigs. Gigs were low. No one was going out. So it's like he didn't have that outlet.
Yeah,
You
true.
see,
That
it
makes
was
sense. And
exactly.
it's kind of like influenced by society. And the thing is, just look.
I don't think I had a right to speak about the situation the way that I did because I don't know. I never knew him. You know, I never knew him. He never knew me. I don't know what circumstances he was under. So, yes, I get the point that I'm trying to make here, but at the same time, I could have just been a little more considerate of his circumstances, whereas I do not know them. You see.
Look at yourself.
Exactly.
You know, so like they say, comparison is the thief of joy. So just look at yourself, you know, and like your goals are your goals. You set your own goals. If you said you're gonna gym the next morning and you didn't gym, bro.
Okay, but if I'm being
failed
honest,
at
now
achieving your goals.
I agree with y'all now, but I say let's just be real, because now we saying it like we're perfect at it and we're not, which is we're promoting something which is false. I'm saying this on the podcast, but tomorrow I'm gonna fail at the exact same thing I'm saying. I'm gonna look at the kid that has an iPhone 15 and be like, damn, I'm still stuck on XR. You know what I'm trying to say? Because even though I shouldn't be looking at stuff like that, because I should be grateful, it's small things like that that.
Let's tick. He's mentioning the fact that someone else has an iPhone 15 and he's stuck on the XR. Look who has an iPhone 15 on the panel. Is it a 15 or a 14? I don't know. But I'm not saying anything, man. Maybe he was just letting us into his thoughts or his opinion. But yeah.
Makes us think that we don't have it all.
No, I'm not taking shots or anything. I'm just observing, you know.
Real failures. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Let's just be real.
Yo,
But
nah,
it's
no.
how you see it, like what
Yeah,
Nikhe
it's
said.
honestly how you see it, bro.
It's how you see it. It's like what
Yeah.
Nikhe said. That shouldn't beat you up. Like first attempt in learning, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like let that build.
Yeah.
Okay,
But you see
and
that-
even on your scenario,
Yeah.
oh, that kid has the iPhone 15, I don't. How can I get that iPhone 15?
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
think
that's
about
the
it.
Yeah,
mindset.
then why?
That's the
Then
mindset
why?
you need.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. Stop putting character in things that are not gonna last forever. Like stop
Like
putting
money,
personality in an
iPhones, stuff like that,
iPhone.
yeah.
Stop putting personality in things that are not gonna be there forever,
Exactly.
bro.
Yeah.
Like stop
Yeah,
putting
and things
personality
like-
in those things.
Like people determining their value based on I have this amount
iPhone,
of followers,
yeah.
I have this
Yeah.
iPhone. Me, I determine someone's value based on things I can't take away from them.
Yeah.
Your
yeah.
integrity,
Your
your
love,
ambition,
respect.
your
Yeah.
respect,
Bar.
things like that.
Bar,
bro.
Yeah, that's
bro.
facts.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Relax, way. I think the only thing that I have for myself, you could tell that I was excited in my voice, eh? Like you could tell I was very excited to be on the panel. But yeah, I think I could have just slowed down a bit with my speech, eh? I don't have to shout or raise my voice and speak fast in order to get my point across. I can just say it calmly. But they may not rain on my own parade, you know.
But I understand when you say being real, because now you look at in the business sense, right? That's now a whole different perspective.
Yeah.
In the sense that you just want to work with people who are successful.
Yeah.
You understand? Because if you're in that position where you are low, you really don't want people who have been failing.
Exactly.
You understand?
Ooh,
You're
that's facts.
looking for, that's where you now be like, okay, kind of in a way society comes in there, in a business perspective. You're like, okay, sharp, you'll be like, okay, let me handle this business deal. But like this person has like a Nokia for something. It's like, okay, like, do I see the
Nokia.
money here? Like, no, like, I'm just saying for an
It's a
example,
Nokia.
bro.
Nah,
Because
yeah.
we need to be like more
Yeah.
like that. The world
Yeah,
is
that's
not
fair. Life
the
is
world.
not fair.
The world is not fair,
Life
bro.
is really
You
not
will be like,
fair.
okay,
Yeah.
someone's driving a Urus, and be like, okay, yeah, we're gonna make a deal.
Think of, yeah,
That type of a thing, you
Yeah.
understand?
And it's at the-
Yeah, it is.
it's at the same time where someone with the worst personality, a disgusting human being, sorry to say, has disgusting human being or personality whatsoever has a beautiful car BMW, and you're like, how does he have that when he treats other people like that? But we live in this thing called life. Life is not fair.
Life is life, bro. Like,
That's what I'm saying. When
it's
it
the
comes to a
world,
business aspect, then employees giving other employees a chance, they're not gonna give someone that's gonna take their business down.
Yeah, I'll ask you, like, so it goes down to getting a job.
Yeah.
So at school, you're just passing.
Yeah.
How can I trust you in my organization? I'm sorry,
Exactly.
man.
Like, that's facts.
You know,
I was
that
thinking
type of
No,
about
I hear
it.
that. But also, it's like in an interview sense, I could show you the things, like the reasons why you need me in your business.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, that's how you go into that interview. But now, it's I get the thing of you're looking at their marks and it's like, okay, this person, it just doesn't look like they're gonna
I have some nice teeth, bro.
do well. But then it's also a thing of what if they were just holding back? Now
I have a
what?
question,
But the
actually.
thing,
Sorry. Why does school determine one's success or failure?
the thing is that,
Because like,
yeah.
what?
See, the thing that that's my fault for not letting him continue. But let me address my point. So when I said what if I was just holding back? See, the problem is it's the same thing that I was talking about earlier. The expectations, you need to find, your reason. A lot, like, you need to find your reason, because if you're just holding back, then you've paved your path. Now, no one can trust you because those are the actions that you decided to take. Those are the results that you decided to go for, You didn't focus. You didn't do the things that you were supposed to do. So now everything's going to go downwards because you didn't decide to take that stand. You didn't decide to go for what you want. You see, so either way, you kind of deserve exactly what path that you fall under. But as he's about to say, school isn't the end all be all for this kind of stuff, C students hire A students. It's the way life works, but yeah, hold on, let me restart me thingy, the camera's recording.
Why does school determine one's success or failure?
The thing is that,
Because what throughout the conversation, that's what I've just been hearing. There's like
School.
what is this school and school determines your failure or success.
I'm not saying that, nah.
Yeah.
But like that's how it is majority of the time.
Yeah.
That's how society perceived it.
Yeah.
Majority of the time, I'm not saying like I can believe something else, like elsewhere.
Yeah.
Understand? But like it's that thing where like if you wanna look for a job, you need to get a degree. It's like some companies non-negotiable. Like, yo, you
And
don't have this.
family,
Sorry,
family pushes
You're not
it
even
in
sitting
because
down
when you
to
meet
talk.
with your grandparents and your family members, they don't really. Okay, it sounds rude to say, nah.
Yeah.
First thing they talk about is your reports, your school.
Yeah,
grades,
don't is like
that.
that.
Then your cousin pulls up with the distinctions and you've forgotten about. It's always like that,
Yeah,
bro.
it's always like
That's why school is always like the agenda that's pushed out, and it's sad because it determines whether you're a person who can get success or you're a failure in general.
But it doesn't.
It's also the same
Exactly.
thing.
It doesn't.
It doesn't mean that because it goes down to, hey, bro,
And
it's you. It's only you.
It's you, and
It's just you.
And I'm not, and I may not be the type of kid to like get 5 distinctions on my report, but I'm the type of kid who can be the best on the basketball court.
Yeah, who can be the best on the
Look
basketball
at me like
But now,
that.
You, yeah.
He's capping.
It's like,
Yes, I know, Welly, you want a 1v1, but I want a rematch. I need a rematch.
Thing of, it's a topic that I spoke about in one of my videos. It's being dragged or driven. I saw the question somewhere, I forgot where. But
It's a loaded question. I saw it on my dad's website. It's by, I forgot who it's by. I forgot who said it. Yeah,
in the sense that the people that are doing like very well in school and all that, now you actually sit down and actually think, why are you doing so well in this in school?
Yeah.
Is it to get the validation from your parents? Is it to compete with your sibling? Why are you
Is that the only thing that you know and understand about yourself? The fact that you get good grades. Now what happens is now you get attached to that persona of you doing good in school. Now that's the only thing that can be about you. You don't have any substance. You don't have any depth. You identify with your persona. But like, let me stop there.
doing so well? Now, what that can turn into then when you're in university, when life actually starts. Now it's late. Because now you actually have to think about your values. Why do you want to do this?
Yeah.
You see, instead of just trying to find that validation from everyone, from
people.
like exactly.
People will value themselves based on the university they go to and be like,
or like even the high schools, like nowadays you go to a certain high school, you like like they listen to you when you go to that school, but like,
But like what you said, it's like, but like you choose whether like, because I mean at the end of the day, if you wanna be a doctor, you need those marks,
Right. Exactly.
and it all boils down to you.
Exactly.
Like it's just you.
It's just you.
I cannot say be
You know what I really respect about Liam? It's the fact that you could see with everything he's saying that he has he's thought about this kind of stuff. He's experienced. You know, he knows what he's talking about. That's the one thing I really respect about him. It's the reason why I always wanted to have a conversation with him, you know. And then by the grace of God, I was on the podcast and I got to talk to him. Because he has a very firm understanding on how a lot of things work, and you know, it's really good to try and to get insight from people like that, you know, because they may have views that differ from yours, and then you get to understand exactly why their views differ. But yeah,
Be a doctor with me. Nah,
Yeah,
bro, like, you know,
true,
that
you can't
thing,
do that, yeah.
You know, so it all boils down to you, and it's like, okay, school will be your main factor to get this. Okay, for me, I don't need school. I can just do this and this and this just to get what I want. You understand? So,
Nah.
that type of...
Reason why I'm so quite unlocked in this because I'm also like blown away because I'm learning. At the same time, I'm trying to think about my personal experiences. But I think, bro, it's crazy how we're not even 30 minutes or 40 minutes in, but we kind of summarized it well already.
Yeah.
That's just my point. I mean, I'm done. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Nah, I was just thinking, bro, and you know, I like this whole failure thing. For me, it used to annoy me, because it's like, bro, I didn't fail, dog. And the thing is, you know, it's funny how like, yeah, you fail, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, but like it's weird because like you, it's also a character thing. Like you said, it's you, and like you tell yourself, like, man, I didn't fail. I know I didn't fail, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where that drag will be. Like, like that's where that kind of comes in. Like you find that gap that you can hit. You feel me? And it's like, okay, this is what and this is where, and whether like I've hit this gap, and like whether I'm gonna fail or whatever, like now I'm here. You feel me? It's a character thing for me, and that's what I always come to say, boy. And I always say this. I say this to my mom. I say this.
I don't think I know what he was trying to say, bro. I don't think I know, but in life, right?
Like things like failure, things like this and that. It's like, bro, humans created these words, like the word ugly as well. Humans created these things. Humans created this ideology and this analogy of like, when you're not here, you're here. Nah? A human no greater than you created that word, created that whole concept. A human no greater than you had a brain like you and thought of that. So why does that like hold you back? You know what I'm saying? It's that thing. No human greater than you did it. Like you're bigger than all of that, bro. These are just words to put you in.
There's one thing that I really noticed about William is his mindset. I don't know. I think you can also see with the things that he talks about and the opinions that he lays down. He's really he strives for freedom, you know, freedom from everything. He strives to be free as a person, you know, freedom from masculinity, not really masculinity, freedom from the expectations that come with masculinity, freedom from the expectations that come with life, freedom from, you know, everything. He just strives to be free. That's the kind of character that I got from Welly, you know. Even though little do you know, the strive for freedom is a very masculine trait because it's in everything that we do. Basketball gives that sense of freedom because we're going into battle with fighting these guys. We're going to fight in the war, you know, scoring points on each other. If we win, we're free because we have triumphed. We have triumphed above the enemy, you know. It's men as a whole, we strive for freedom. From sports to even the bad things that men may start doing, like addictions, like trying to find outlets, you know. That's why people chuff, because it may give them a sense of freedom, you know. Or even pornography. It's that addiction. It's after you release, it gives you that sense of limbo freedom. Like you don't feel anything, you just feel tired. You feel fallacy of freedom. That's the word I'm looking for. But yeah.
In a certain place. You feel me? You watching this thing, you bigger than all of that. You feel me?
Like the person, my question is, the person who fails, for example, who fails a grade twice and everyone looks at him like a reject. You don't know.
Feeling a good time.
Fails a grade twice and everyone looks at him like a reject. You don't know.
Feeling a good time. I'm feeling a good time.
Yeah, those things happen.
Nah, those things happen. Nah, but the thing is, the reason why I'm
go back
mentioning
to-
it, my fault. The reason why I'm mentioning it, right? Because like, bro, I remember when I used to go to brick and mortar and there was someone in my class who failed twice. Even though it's wrong, automatically in my head, I'm like, this guy's a failure. Which is wrong to say, right? But because he failed so many times at something, I just concluded that he's a failure, right?
So if I do not think like
That's the part of your reputation coming in, you know. That's the brand that you created within your whole school career. You know, everyone knows you as a guy that's a failure. For me, everyone knows me as the guy that's lazy in his studies, you know. Because I'm a very intelligent person. However, I never really apply myself when it comes down to it, you know, which I want to change. I'm going to change. That is, you know. So yeah, that's mostly what it is.
in that sense, he was just failing in school, and maybe like if he
Yeah.
left,
But like,
if he left to try something
yeah.
else, he would have been
Good point.
successful.
Yeah.
But then there's
You know
also
what
a
I
thing
mean?
of some people. I have this one guy in my class.
Yeah.
He's like, he gets like the lowest marks in the class. Like he gets very low marks, but he tries. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He tries. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to Xander if he ever watches these videos.
the thing with people failing 2 years in a row, now you have to actually look at this person. Are you actually here because you don't have a choice? You're actually trying to learn, or are you here by choice? If you're here by choice, then I guess you need to reevaluate yourself.
If it's by choice.
Yeah.
This thing is so hard, bro.
But I think, okay, in terms of school is not a choice. Coming with our parents, we're
I mean,
forced
yeah.
to do it. But I get like you're
You
trying
see,
to.
I think school is good also.
But I mean, it's a choice after grade 10, I guess.
It is actually, yeah.
After grade 9. After grade
Nah.
9.
No, after grade 9.
I think it just doesn't like school.
Yeah, after grade 9.
After grade
yeah.
9. But with some parents, they will be like, if you're living in my
Yeah, I
house,
think most parents
Yeah,
will
most
think
parents will be
that,
like,
living
yeah.
in my
in my
house,
house
you're
and
finishing
all of
and all of
that.
that.
Yeah.
Because it's funny to think about every time we talk about failure or school, it just reminds me of how when I used to be in grade 8 and 9, I'll get my reports and then my dad will be like, okay, you need to improve here and all of that, but it's good. Then my mom will be like, you kind of dropped last term. And I was seeking validation, you know,
You
from
see?
the parents saying
Yeah,
yes.
now the
and I
thing
didn't
is-
get it from myself.
You know, I also look at parents sometimes.
Yeah.
You guys, you guys know that we don't really know better.
Yeah.
And now what you're gonna do is you're gonna use the fact that we chase that validation, and you're gonna
Yeah.
say, you failed. No,
Yeah.
this, that, and the that. Now we instinctually push ourselves. Yeah, it's like a lot of the things
I was kind of cooking, but I don't think I really developed my idea as much as I should.
that our parents teach us. Even the thing of like having freedom. I know as teenagers we all just want freedom.
Yeah.
I just want to be a teenager too. You know, it's
Yeah,
that
true.
thing. But at the same time, I'm able to see why they're doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Why they're saying no, you can't go today. You can't do. Guys, parents they've lived life, eh? Like
Yeah.
they've
Yeah,
seen
true,
things that they
yeah.
don't want us to see.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the fact that they want to stop us from that. But sometimes you also need to let your child
Yeah,
fail
yeah.
so that they can grow. You
Yeah.
see?
Because another
That's-
thing is with what you are saying, you want to give reason to your children as well.
Right.
Because your parents say, don't feel like that. And then you have no reason. Then your child's like, why, daddy? You know,
Right, daddy.
so yeah, it's that type of a thing.
Yeah.
And also, I think it's also with school, boy. I love school.
I don't like school.
You see, I'll say this for a
Nah,
reason.
yeah.
No. Hear me out. No. The reason why I love school is because of the things that it gives me, not because of what's happening now or this.
Yeah.
This guy's yapping. Yo, me, I do not love school. I was yapping. Nah, I'm just playing, bro. But let's hear what he has to say.
This environment, this, that, and the third. I look at the long term of everything that I do.
Yeah.
With school, I'm able to learn critical thinking. With school, I learn how to learn. That's a very important skill for anyone to have. With school, if you go to a big school, you learn how to socialize with people.
Yeah.
You know, you can build your social
school is
skills
high
at
school.
school. Huh?
Big school is high school.
Yeah, no,
Nah, he means like a big school.
Oh, big.
Packed schools.
Bro,
yeah.
wow.
But that classroom was like,
But
Yeah.
things like that. And,
Yeah.
you know, finding yourself in that space, which is also a very big problem. There's a lot of...
'Cause there's other things on top of
There's
that,
other
bro.
things on top of that.
Yes.
It's honest.
No, I didn't rub
that's
my
why we have
ball,
our
bro. What are you
parents.
looking at? Exactly. What are you looking at, bro?
We have our parents, because then they actually tell you, okay, look there actually. And now stop looking there at your friends and all this stuff. Look there. Now look at the good that this is gonna bring you, and then look at what that's gonna bring you also. Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But at the same time, you can't really stop a curious mind. A person's gonna be curious whether you like it or not. People are just made to be curious. And when people end up becoming curious, you cannot stop them because that's in their nature. Are people really made to be curious? What are people made for?
Me
What is the purpose of a person?
personally, I don't like school, but I like to learn. If that makes sense, because I've kind of found a way to differentiate the fact that I'm at school and the fact that I'm learning. Because you can go to school and not learn, if I'm being honest. And honestly, school is just a building with a bunch of different rooms that have a door and this. That is school, but that's not learning. You can learn anyway. You feel me?
You can learn exactly.
You can learn anyway. So I enjoy to learn. Necessarily going to school every day, waking up, kawama, like 5:30. Hey, go there. It's like
It's just the stress of school as well.
yeah, the stress of
And I think-
for me the stress of the environment.
Yeah.
Is
But
I-
like the one thing that we're
all of
missing
that.
is that like all these things, waking up at 5, it's not gonna end. Because the
It's
same
not.
way
Exactly.
you want a
Yeah.
job,
Exactly.
school,
You're gonna
we
be gonna-
forget that school
yeah.
kind of like prepares
And
us
it-
for that.
And it gets worse anyway.
And it gets worse.
It gets
They
worse.
prepare you for that. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
submit your homework. That's what they wanna want when you wanna work for an organization. Where's your like the deadline passed? All right, fine, go. That's when you fail. Then you fine.
Right.
You understand?
And
So
those are
that
things like
preparation-
discipline come in. You know, like
That's the thing in school, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
Exactly.
there's a lot of things. Like you go to another job or you want to learn something, and then you realize, okay, I did this in school. I wish I focused more. Now it's the thing.
now
I
it's-
wish I focused
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Then
you
I
get
just
into
would've-
tertiary as well. Like you.
Exactly.
Whose life was this guy living, bro? How do you know that?
I should have not played in class.
Exactly.
I should have listened. I remember this topic
Yes.
properly, but I was like,
Exactly.
I'm not gonna deal with this thing anytime in my life. I don't see
Exactly.
myself dealing with this in the future. Can't hey, right here.
Dog, it's always the topics you don't like.
well, yeah,
bro.
and you know that thing that like these successful people say, like this guy I watch on YouTube. His name is Kwan. I don't know if you guys know him.
Yeah, I know him.
He says he doesn't believe in schooling, like the whole education system. But like he's American, but he said globally he just doesn't believe in the whole concept of like learning anything from a teacher that's not like a millionaire or billionaire. But like that's what he wants to be. He says, yo, bro, why should I sit in a class and learn from someone who's not making millions, but they're teaching me on how to potentially like make them, but they're not even like that.
That's where
I guess
that's where the thing of like
me. I think
Personally,
it's egotistical.
It is.
I kind of disagree in a way because, hey, bro, millionaires don't have time, bro.
exactly.
I don't have time, bro.
And the thing
Like
is,
teachers have
okay.
that principle, and you know, and that principle it's their time to give it to you. Millionaires, bro, they'll just say, okay, just sit in my car, bro, and
You know-
you'll learn what you see.
you know,
There's like,
Right.
it's that type of a thing.
no,
You
that's
understand?
the point I was gonna
Like
come to.
millionaires won't be like, yo, open a book. I do this in the morning. I eat cornflakes. After cornflakes, I gym. Then I look at the market. Or they don't like. They just be like, okay, if you wanna see what I do, be with me the whole day. See what I do. If you didn't learn anything, that's on you. I'm not gonna like some better. They'll be like, okay, this is my business. What?
Why is my
you know.
skin looking
But,
kind
like,
of
they are not-
decent?
That's not their purpose. Of like,
Bro, I need to stop. Bro, I'm just doing checks on it at this point. Yo.
let me teach kids how. Some of them they'll give you lies, bro. In a sense that, yo, he wants to get what I wanna get. So if I provide him my knowledge, he's gonna beat me. So let me just give him limited information or maybe false information, so that he can. People have their own motives. It's the world at the end of the day.
Exactly. That's what I was about to
world.
say. It's world.
like,
Yeah.
The reason why I get what you're saying with like the millionaires will just sit there and say, learn.
Yeah.
That's because action is the best way to learn. The reason why in school,
Yeah, that
like
makes sense. That makes sense.
with like exams and all that, you think you're just gonna read this textbook and then you're gonna pass. Do some past papers. I'm telling you.
Yeah, past
Then it'll
papers,
start
yeah.
clicking. It's the same with everything in life.
Yeah, it's all about
Like
action,
with businesses and all that. Like a lot of these millionaires, billionaires, they have failed businesses. You see,
A lot,
that's
bro.
the point. They
Yeah.
did, and what they got from their failure is they learned.
Yeah.
They learned mistakes.
Going back
It's
to
like
what
I
you
failed,
said,
then
first-
what?
going
If
back
that,
to what
then
you
what?
said.
Like
Yeah.
I failed, then
God,
what?
what?
Like, this is not
Exactly.
working, then what?
Right.
You know
Instead
better.
of that, yeah.
You know better. People be
Yeah.
like, oh, I failed it just so many times, but you know how much I know. Like how much I know in
Exactly.
comparison to someone who just gets it right the first time.
First time.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And it was unfair. It's unfair for you to judge a teacher or anyone like that in terms of that's why, because you see, money's like this thing that
Hey,
everyone's
dog.
trying to like get
Hey,
like this, dog.
that's
I don't know. It's like you put money there, and it's like you glorify it.
Yeah.
You're already putting personality
People
in
make it
it,
like a
which is
goal.
already a wrong. Like there, you already messed up. You know what I'm saying? And it's like once you already have that thing, like, oh, money this, money that, money this, money that, and after that, now you get people like Quan, like. I mean, I miss you, Quan, if you ever watch this, but it's like you get people like that. He's successful. I'm not gonna lie, he is successful, very.
Yeah.
But to get people like that, now you're already putting someone else at as a failure, like you fail,
then-
like
and then you see
you
another
can't
thing
teach me
about it.
this. It's like nah.
He will say it when he's successful.
Yo.
That's when
And
he
the
will say
crazy
it,
thing
bro.
is, he probably doesn't know, but he probably learnt a lot.
A lot.
Like subconsciously
Subcon-
from those
Yo,
teachers.
ah,
Exactly.
boy.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
Because thing is like-
Subconsciously,
yeah.
Yeah, thing is in that situation, bro, people never show you their failures.
Yeah,
That's why people
the
tend
thing.
to
That's
speak
why.
a lot.
Right.
That's why they tend to
That's
speak a lot.
That's social media. That is
Yeah.
social. That's the
Yeah.
idea of social media as a whole.
Yeah.
People on social media will show you what they want you to see.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah, what they want.
not what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we won't show here the cars that are going around, all the
Wait, the guy behind the camera, he looked at me so snarks when I said this. Hey man, that was just the funniest shit.
all the mic tails you see. We show you.
Yeah, there was hella cuts, bro. It was kids. They were just causing ruckus, bro. There was birds. There was planes. It was just, yeah. Those mics are like insanely sensitive, eh?
What we want you to see.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the concept of failing forward?
failing
I don't think I really understood what she was trying to say. What is failing forward?
forward.
Yeah. What does that mean to you when they say
For
fail
me,
forward?
that just sounds like someone saying failing is closer to success than you'd actually.
It mean for
Right. I think that's exactly what it means.
me it means okay.
Failing
Let me
towards
try
what you want.
Yeah.
this walking thing. Okay, I fell forwards. Now I've gotten there. I fell, but I'm there.
He's there.
You see,
Yeah.
You're yapping. Shut up, bro. You don't know what you're talking about. You do not know what you're talking. But yeah, man. I think the concept. I think I was trying to find what exactly was I trying to say. I think Welly has the thingy, but I think I could have thought about it a little more before I just answered straight away. You know.
so now I can
Yeah,
get up.
got you a step out. at
Yeah,
least.
knowing or not knowing,
Knowing,
but you're
yeah,
there.
got you a step.
Exactly.
So now we come to this thing where, like, okay, it's good in a way. So failure is not necessarily a thing of, hey, bro, you didn't make it in life. You know, like failure to a certain extent can contribute a lot of good,
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts.
depending on what
Facts.
you use it for.
Yeah.
The only thing that differentiates that is when you give up.
Yeah, and I
Right.
also think the hardest
Yeah.
part about failure is not knowing how close you are to success. If you knew how close you were,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
Then
That's,
you
that's
wouldn't
even
stop.
something I posted on my story once on IG. Yeah, it's like if you knew how close success was
Yeah.
from failure, you wouldn't stop trying.
Exactly.
Like you
So
wouldn't
like-
stop.
Do you all
And the thing
think?
is-
My bad.
No, go
Carry
ahead.
on, bro.
Yeah, like with there's also like the thing of having confidence to fail.
Yeah.
I fail confidently.
Yeah.
Nicely, yeah.
Yeah, I fail confidently. I sit there and I tell my teachers, okay, I failed. Where did I go wrong?
Yeah.
You see, I go up on the board
Yeah.
to answer a question or solve an equation, something like that,
Confidently.
just so that I can fail,
Yeah.
so that I can get corrected. Because now I know.
Yeah.
You see, and that's confidence as a whole.
Yeah.
Now, I think the thing with confidence is, it's
raining.
you knowing that you do not know.
It's raining.
Yeah, it's
that's-
the unknown, bro.
Exactly.
It's
You
like,
know
yeah,
that you
true.
don't know. So now that you know that you don't know, you know what you need to know to know.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Hey, I was speaking in tongue twisters, but yeah, that's. I know exactly what I was trying to say. I understand what I was saying. I don't know if they did. But
That's
me.
you have to find that type
Yeah.
of thing.
So that
You see?
Yeah, you have to. It goes down to this thing, and I know Willie doesn't like it, bro. But I'm going there.
What? Maybe.
going to a me. I know it doesn't like it, man. It's that
Well,
thing, bro.
Nah,
Like, I know
Yeah.
you don't like that whole thing, but like most gents have that thing where like, hey, bro,
Nah.
as long as I vibe, even if I fail, it's that confidence.
I vibe,
factor,
yeah,
like,
I vibe, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That
No,
you vibe.
but it's not that I don't like it. It's just I don't like how we always make it like we put them as like
Glorify,
it's
pedestalize.
it's like always
I see what you mean.
girl that, girl this, girl that, girl
Yeah,
this.
because like we've stopped looking at them as humans. They bleed the same blood. They
bro.
breathe the same air. Like when you genuinely sit down and talk to a female as a person.
First of all, Kaito's weak.
It's actually like you see the keyword that he said as a person.
As a person. Exactly.
Like as a person.
I don't know why I said female, because it's a person too. They don't call us males, do they? Women, ladies, young women, girls. There's better words. Females is just not one of them. That's just some alpha male red pill-ish. Gents, I say you guys stop calling girls females. They don't call you males, do they? Anyways.
A person.
But you're actually cool. Moose. You're not what you're showing. You're busy doing these angle poses on your IG.
Yeah.
Now everyone's thirsting on your comments. This is not you. And I see that now.
That's also another topic on.
See, the thing is, it's not often that you'll find girls with like substance. When I say girls, I mean like bad girls, like bad B word. You know, because sometimes people just identify with that persona, you know, with that the followers that they have, you know, the fact that they're an internet sensation. That's why some of these content creators will go out into the mall and expect to be seen, like trying to act like they're famous and shit. Like, I don't know you, you know. But luckily for me, I usually mess with women with some substance within, you know, with who don't really identify themselves with their social media personality. That's, I don't know, I think you should find that for you too, my brother. I won't even lie, you're not gonna get anything good from a girl who just looks at you based on how you're gonna benefit her social persona or whatever.
I do agree.
It's a crazy topic, right?
But I personally feel like if that's the case, then character's weak.
True.
Character's weak, but you don't know. You don't know him, but character's weak.
Yeah, it goes back. You don't know him, it's what you see.
It's what you
You
see.
don't know him, it's what you
The
see.
thing is, everything, like from the way you formulate your sentences, from the way you move your finger up and down, from the way you look at people, it, in a sense, shows you who you are. It shows people who you are. You can see if someone's faking confidence if you see a person with real confidence right next to them.
Oh, God is full. Hold on, guys.
I come back.
I think
It'll be
confidence is
exposed.
perception, though.
Confidence is a perception. Why do you think that?
Okay.
I think,
Yeah, it
I
is a
think,
perception.
I think you fake it until you make it. But at the same time, you fake it so well that other people in the same room as you think you're confident. Because if sometimes people judge confidence.
I have a question.
What's that?
What is confidence to you?
What is confidence to me? It's okay. To me, to Omolema, confidence is the ability of doing something while making myself happy. If I'm confident, I can't use the definition to explain the definition.
You can use the word to explain.
If I'm able to do something, and to others it may looks like I did it wrong, and even though I tried and I made myself happy, that's my type of confidence. You get me? But that's not everyone's confidence.
I think to put it into like a little bit more simple terms, I think confidence it's basically mixed with courage and stuff.
I think
being able to do something without knowing the results. However, there's different kinds of
That's being brave, brother.
confidence. There's also that confidence of
That's being brave. You didn't really define confidence. You just defined what bravery means.
knowing
Courage.
what's going to happen. You've seen this before, so now you can confidently solve the situation. But the confidence that truly matters is the failing. Is when you don't know what's going to happen.
That's why I personally prefer.
I think confidence is when you charge in head first. knowing exactly what your abilities are or how much you're worth, or I don't know what's gonna happen here, but I know that I'll find a way to come out on top. That's confidence. I think that's why I said it's mixed with courage.
My definition was bad. Now that I think about it, my definition is bad because as a person, I prefer to put majority of my confidence in God. But I can't really talk about this because not everyone has the same mindset. Because people be like, how do you put your confidence in someone you can't see?
No. And whoever
Most
says
people.
that, bro, no offense, bro. Don't ever but you should say it, dog. If people think, how can they, if you don't, they don't understand that, you feel me? And if that's where the fire starts in you, then bro, you say it, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me?
They have nothing to say if they don't understand.
Yeah, exactly. And I get that whole thing of people say you find your confidence in God because you have faith, and that's where it actually starts with faith. You feel me? You see faith,
Because now I'm not scared of failing because
you know you have faith.
Exactly.
Also
The
for
fear is
me.
gone.
Exactly.
So
Fear
now
won't
it's all about
Fear,
doing it because the fear
There's
is
also
gone.
that thing that Walila's talking about when people just put you down. Like, whenever you try to build your confidence, there's always people that want to put you
Always.
down.
Put you
But you know what's
down.
crazy about these people? How is it that the people that are successful are willing to actually say, keep going, dog, you're doing good. But the people
those
that are not
that are not
there,
there,
that
I've
see that
always-
this guy's potential is...
I just said, bro. It's like I'm just linked to this guy, bro. I mean, it's me, so. But bro, stop biting my swag. Deadass, bro. We gonna fight. That's crazy. I just said that. That's so crazy. That's hectic.
Is crazy. They'll compare themselves to you and put you down to put themselves
That's
up.
facts. Like, bro, you and I, we live in the same hood, bro. Like, it's something.
Dog,
bro,
why are you here?
We're in the same area. Yeah.
Why are you in the same
place, bro?
Can I ask you, how successful are you in changing your parents' mindset?
Yeah.
And with regards to everything failing, everything your parents think is failing.
I just think that you can't necessarily change your parents' perspective on failure or success because sometimes parents are really stubborn and I say that out of respect. Parents become so stubborn to a point where you can't tell them
And they don't wanna hear
they're right
anything.
and
They
wrong.
don't.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Parents have this thing of so my mom, for instance, askisi mom, but my mom has this thing of every time I try to do something to help her, she's gonna say, "Oh, so you think you know better than me?" And that's the problem with a lot of parents. That's what I'm saying. You can't necessarily change their perspective on failure or success unless you actually have a conversation with them and say, "Okay, here's how I view this." And I think parents have this thing of if in order to change that perspective of them, you need to actually prove them wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
Show them.
So I think the reason why parents have that, locked in stubborn mindset, is because of the amount of life that they have lived. The reason I say they think they know how life actually works. The reason why I say think, love it or not, no one actually really knows how life actually works. Okay, I'm about to introduce a very deep topic. It's called reflexivity. What reflexivity is about, basically, it's the main concept is the relationship between intention and outcome. You could intend to do this, that, and the third, but you do not know how the world really works, which is why you'll get different outcomes usually, especially between people, because you do not know. You can't ever really know how life really is because we are limited. We are limited by our bodies. We can't see the full spectrum. We can't hear every sound. We can't see everything. We can't, there's just not a lot of things that we have access to. Thus, we can't really know how life actually works. That's why my dad spoke about this with me. He said it's called a semi-reflexive environment, because when here's an example. Say you were supposed to visit a friend at 2:00. You go to your friend's house at 2:00. They don't know that you're there, and you knock on the door, but they don't answer. But then you go back home, and then they come there at the door, and then now they think this guy didn't even pull up at all. So then they call you and say, "But you didn't even pull up." But I was there. You see, that's reflexivity. You didn't really know what happened. Your friend wasn't at the door when you were there. Thus, you see that's the main concept basically. But yeah, I think that's mainly what it is. And my only wish for parents, including my own, is being able to be a little bit more open-minded, because times are very different now. You may have experience, you may be seasoned now, but I am also trying to find my season. I'm trying to find my experience, my wisdom. Come in. What color do you want?
I want yellow.
Yellow. You're welcome. Right. So that's basically what reflexivity is about. Yeah, that's why I wish that they would be a little more open-minded. There's certain things that we experience or see that they can't really experience and see. The reason why I say experience is because yes, the external result is there, but what's happening internally? You don't really know what's happening in someone's head. You can never really know what's happening in someone's head. You have predictions, but you do not know. You don't have a sure prediction. So that's the only thing that I'd say about a parent's mindset. But to the parents that are doing a good job out there, kudos to you guys, especially my parents. My parents do a very good job with everything, and I appreciate them every day. But yeah, that's just my only opinion about things.
You must show them it's possible.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how I also go.
And one thing they'll be like, okay, go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People will be like, then they'll be like, okay, sure.
Like sometimes I'm gonna say this, people might take it differently, but the only people that I can't wait to prove the most wrong is my parents. Yeah. In every single thing, I swear to God. Those are the only people I can't wait to prove the most wrong. Like them. Because
it's interesting that you said that, because now it's like back to the dragged and driven part. Remember that?
It could be
It could be
no,
both.
to prove.
It could be both.
Yeah.
Because essentially, if you're proving them wrong, you're doing it for yourself. But then they're proud that you were able to actually
do it. Yeah.
Because then it's funny that
but then it depends how they were then like judging you. Because then were they judging you to? Were they judging you to say, "Well, I know better, relax," or they judging you to push you? Like
That's
the difference.
It's funny how celebrities' parents are like, "Wow, I didn't think he was gonna make it," because their first perception was like, "He's gonna make it."
That makes sense.
With like parents' like mindsets and stuff, I don't really try to check. The only person that I really have like a challenge with like trying to get into their head is my mother. I'm like, that woman is hard-headed, eh? That woman, eh? But with my dad is probably like my pillar in terms of like the thoughts that I have,
not as much anymore,
things that I want to chase, my ambitions and all of that. Because I sit down and talk to him, and he tries to teach me and tell me from his perspective, and then however, the main point is he allows my perspective in. He allows me to speak, to understand, so he can understand where I am or what I'm trying to do. But with my
I think it's a little more complicated now with my dad,
mother, it's whenever she just, okay, it's fine.
Sometimes
when she just says, I tell her, okay, I'm excited. Even when I told her about, I'm going to the podcast, Mumsy, you see, I'm making it, Mumsy, I'm telling you, it's not going there, you see, we're going out. I don't know. She gave me like a nice little calm reaction. She's like, oh, okay.
And sometimes people think that like we just hear like we playing.
Exactly.
I
feel like parents have a lot of room for disappointment.
That's what I was saying.
It's one of those things as well for them.
They really expect you to like fail, bro.
And I think that's what also puts pressure on like us as their kids. It's like, yo.
But is it expecting you to fail, or is it wanting the best for you? I mean.
No, then now the question is, but now my question
is it them expecting you to fail? Like, do you legit think your parents want you to fail, or your parents just want the best for you?
But now the question is, what is the best for me?
Exactly.
For me.
It's like, okay, I get that. Keyword is me, exactly. I get that you want the best for me, but I know that there's certain things that you're doing for me that will help me in the future whenever I do find myself. However, some things it's like, okay, is this really best for me? The best for me? Because either way, you have to look at me as a person and my character and where I am in order to see what's best for this person. You can't fit a Lego piece with another toy.
Yeah.
You can't just
Exactly.
I think so. I think there's a point where like, if they have never gone through this, they'll be like, hey, I don't understand what you are doing. It's not making sense. No.
I think
that's where the
That's
problem
the
is.
thing of, I think my parents do know me. However, they do not know me the way that I know me.
Exactly.
If that makes
And the
sense.
thing is,
But then again, you need
Because
to realize
I'm
that
the-
like your parents always know you better than you know yourself.
I mean,
I
yes,
disagree.
yes, I get
disagree.
that.
I
But
disagree.
No, wait.
That's a good point. I
To a
get
certain
that.
extent.
The problem with that is
certain-
us as kids have this thing of our parents don't really know us.
Yeah,
Back to what
true.
he's saying of everybody knows themselves to an extent where they think they know themselves. But then again, your parents are looking at you from a different perspective.
That
That's
makes
how your
sense
parents
though,
know you
because
better than
yeah,
you
that
know
makes sense. Our
yourself.
loved ones can see.
but then,
Yeah.
the thing is, like, I want to say this, ne?
yeah.
Doug, listen, bro.
Nah,
I know for
I think he's right. The reason why is because of the different perspective part. I do believe that your actions basically pave the way for your thoughts. You know, they show exactly what's going on in your head, what's going on in this guy's head. Let's look at what he's doing throughout the day. It tells us just a little bit of exactly where his priorities are, where his head is screwed, where he's looking. You know, that's it. It tells us just that little bit. So I see why he says that parents know you better than you know yourself, because they see the things the actions that you make, they see the decisions that you take. You know, that's bars. But yeah, other than that, you still have to consider both sides from within and externally, you know, because you never know. I could be, say I don't do a chore. So my mother would say, this guy is lazy. He doesn't do a chore. He just didn't do his chore. He never does his chores, this, that, and the third. But I, on the other hand, could be not doing the chore because I'm working on something that, you know, that could probably make me millions. You know, but at the end of the day, it's more of like a priorities thing. But anyways, yeah. I don't know, it's a very, you just have to consider both sides. You know, that's where the reputation thing comes in, because your reputation is just all the, like, it's basically what people see, or what. Let me not even. I was about to start a topic that was. I was about to start a topic that was very long, but no.
the fact I don't know myself, even the way I think I do.
yeah.
That's
So
exactly
there's
why
no
your parents
way.
know you better than
No,
yourself,
there's no
bro.
way my parents know me better than I know myself, because I barely
Yo,
even know
bro,
myself.
relax. Vein popping as well. Yo, look at the vein.
That much.
But that's your fault.
No
How
way
is
my
that
parents
his
know me
fault?
better than I know
I
myself,
don't
because I
get that.
barely even know myself that much.
But that's your fault.
How is it his fault? I really don't understand how that is his fault. Or maybe it is his fault because he doesn't sit down and try and discover himself. You know, to try and think about where his thoughts come from. But at the same time, circumstance is circumstance. Not everyone has the same circumstances, you know, so you can't really know. I was just enjoying this, bro, because they were just they were just like going off on each other. I was just enjoying this.
No. Listen.
Like, there's
You
no
don't know
way.
yourself.
Like,
None of
like-
us sitting here.
We don't know yourself 100%.
And knowing yourself,
I'm not
mean-
disagreeing.
No,
Yeah, neither do I disagree with
I
the
don't believe anyone can know themselves 100%. Because if you know yourself 100%, that means that you've stopped growing.
fact that they know me better.
No,
To a
I
certain
know for a
extent.
fact my parents
To a
don't know me
certain
better.
extent.
To a certain extent.
They will not know me better.
Nah.
They know,
Let
they
me tell
may
you-
know what's best for me, yes, and this and
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
They may know what's best for me, yes, and this
You know
and
why
that.
you guys are saying
etc.,
all of this?
etc.
I
But-
think they do it because maybe it's a pattern that they've seen in the past, and they're like, okay, it'll be easier if you went down this path.
That's it, yeah.
It'll be a lot
it's
safer
like
if
a
you
point
went-
of reference for
Exactly,
them.
exactly.
It's a
It's
point
like,
of reference
okay,
for
it will
them,
be
yeah.
better
That's
if
what
you
it
went.
is.
That's why
It would be
That's
better
what
if
it
you went
is.
like this, like,
Yeah.
and then. But it's also a thing of me. I know that I do not
me,
know
me,
myself,
me,
man.
me.
Yeah.
I know that I know that I
can't
don't
say
know
my
myself.
parents know me.
They're better than me.
No,
I'm not
no, no,
better
no.
than you.
You
Hear
can't
me
say
out.
that,
No,
bro.
wait.
hear me out, hear me out.
I hear you, but like, nah. They're not nah.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I
agree.
know that I do not know myself. However, the difference is I am willing to live through every day to find out about myself. I work. It's a quote that I literally made up in my head.
No, it's crazy. I made this quote up when I was talking to a girl.
I said this to myself. Okay, I will work hard every day because I know who I'm becoming.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
I don't really know, but it'll
It'll-
reveal itself.
yeah.
And like, even with failing, do you know that failing is the best way to expose yourself to yourself? That's how you learn about yourself
Yeah.
when you fail. Because now you challenge yourself under pressure. Now you see who you are under this pressure.
And sometimes
Now
when
you
you
can
feel
learn
your
from it.
parents are not there.
And
I think
and
parents,
also the
and
fact that
parents don't allow you to fail. They want to give you a point of reference to save you, to tell you no. But
Yeah.
back then I was like this, and then now you're throwing now you're becoming my shield every time. You're trying to carve me into this personality and like into this. You're trying to it's like sometimes to your parents it's like you're a clay pot,
This is a long
and they're just
video,
molding you every time. They're trying to mold you.
They mold you.
They're trying to
Is that
mold
the-
you. It's
they
like me. I
mold
wanna
you
become my
the
own
way they
shape.
want the pot to be
No,
shaped.
like they're trying to hold me every time.
Yeah,
I'm trying
exactly.
to become my
Yeah.
own thing. I'm trying to become my own person. I'm trying to always change. Yeah, I wanna me as this clip, but I'm trying to go under the sun to harden a bit. Now you're gonna bring me back. You're still on
The thing is,
relax.
okay, I think
another prince for some
like-
reason
like,
they
it
think
just-
that
it just be
they
like
think
that,
when
but I don't
when the
like-
clay pot is not going or form the way they wanted, they automatically think they failed as parents.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me because I've heard a lot
the
of
thing is-
and the thing is they said with a low tone like the way my child is I think I failed.
Hey, yeah, I think I'm gonna stop there for today. Yeah, if you wanna finish watching the podcast, you can go to Boys Aloud's channel and watch Boys Aloud episode 4. And get them to 1K subscribers. I know you guys can do it, man. But anyways, yeah, man. I think this video was mainly just like criticism to myself, because I was just trying to hear out what I had to say, and I was just too excited a bit. I don't know. In my opinion, that's just how I see it. I was just a bit too excited that I started, I raised my voice a little too much, and I didn't really, I spoke a little too fast. This is just me observing myself, seeing where I can improve. It's not really me hating on myself. Well, it's a bit of hating on myself, but yeah, this video was I don't know, I really did appreciate these guys for having me on there. It was a very good experience. The guys there, everyone is just cool. The whole panel, the guys, the crew behind the camera, everyone is just cool, man. It was just a cool environment to be around. I know these guys are gonna go very big, man. They're already on their way right now, and yeah, man, I appreciate being a part of the journey. Yeah, this has been Talks. Here we have talks about deep thoughts, where you can also talk down in the comments below. Yeah, over and out.